So we got some of the wort draining. So you probably can't see too well right now from where you are, but there is a there are some some grain husks and other debris that are in here right now. So we're gonna kind of.
That's a great color.
It is a nice color. Nice little, somewhat amber. So we're gonna try to keep this going for a little bit until it kind of clarifies. Let me slow it down. It's still coming out. And this happened. One thing I've noticed that I've done in the past, which I'm going to try to avoid this time, is transferring too quickly. You want to transfer slowly. Ideally, you'd want your transfer to take anywhere from probably 30 to 90 minutes so that you can increase your efficiencies that way. Okay, so this thing's getting kind of full. I'm going to shut this off, but one thing, Lord, do you want to hold this for me? Yep. If you want to see all the grain husks and everything in there? So what we're going to do is pour this stuff back in to the top, and just to make sure that we're still clear, I'm going to go ahead and do this process again. Thank you.
Yep.
So we'll start the flow once again. A little fast. So once this kind of fills up a little bit more, you'll see that it's going to be a lot clearer than it was before. Still some debris in there right now, but it's a lot clearer. Okay. So, if you can see, a little clearer than last time. Very warm though, steamy. Hot and steamy.
You get a look of the tube,
Yeah,
you can actually see the color that it will pour as.
Yeah, nice clear little amber, golden amber. I didn't want it to be too dark, but just give it a little bit of extra color.
There's a lot of liquid coming out this time. It doesn't seem as the two previous times I think we used this, it was a little bit more
Thicker?
thicker, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I could have used a little bit more water than normal. I'm not sure. Let's try this one more time, just to make sure we're totally clear. Yeah, I think it looks good now. I don't see really much of anything in the tube. Just some bubbles. And yeah, I think we're good. All right. Put it back in. Oh, and in the meantime, while all this has been going on, I've been heating some sparge water, which once we drain the mash tun, I'm going to do a batch sparge. I heated some water up to about 180 degrees or so to sort of do like a little mash out, to take the temperature up, stop the enzyme dilios, and you know, we'll get everything ready to go. So now I'm going to put that hose into the brew kettle, and alright, so we're going to try to, as slowly as possible, transfer the wort into the brew kettle. So as you can see, it's starting to come in to the kettle. I just want to kind of allow it to trickle in there, so that it'll just kind of, it increases your efficiency the slower you can go, because it helps to just bring the sugars off the grain. I've transferred it too quickly in the past, and my efficiencies were probably around like 50%. Wasn't good. So anyway, so that's it. So we'll do this. Hopefully it'll take a little while, and get back to my Bloody Mary. All right, so we've been transferring the wort here for about a half hour, a little over a half hour now. And so what we're going to do now is the sparge, which I do a batch sparge. So since I don't have a true hot liquor tank, I kind of have to improvise. So I've got about 2 gallons in this little stock pot. I've got a 5-gallon stock pot over there that I've been heating up to about 180 degrees. So what I'm going to do is basically just get all this water back into there, and then go through the same process that I went through a little bit earlier, where we'll vorloff, reset the grain bed, and then slowly drain this next batch of water into the kettle as well. So I'm going to use about 8 gallons of sparge water. So by the time everything settles out, it'll probably be right around 12 gallons in the brew kettle. And then after an hour boil, I'll have probably, I'm hoping, 11 or a little bit more gallons of yield, which will then go, I'll split into 2 carboys. So that's kind of a preview of what's to come. So since this thing is really full, I'm just gonna use this thing to kind of get the water in there so I don't burn myself. So, you know, you don't want to burn yourself. Safety first here at the Untamed Brewery. Now you can pretty much just dump water in. You don't have to worry about disturbing your grain bed, because when we vorloff, we'll reset the grain bed. So, you know, you can do whatever you want. So we got that going, and we'll just dump. We'll go get the other 5 gallons. You want to do the honors?
Just want this on the ground somewhere.
Sure.
Oh, look at that.
It kind of feels like a hot baptism. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Good.
Hot baptism can be interpreted in so many different ways. Especially in beer making.
Oh, yeah.
Untamed Brew will baptize your grains.
It's untamed. We are baptizing the grains. Well, we just finished transferring the wort from the mash tun into the brew kettle. It took us about 2 hours, a little longer than I thought it would, but I'm hoping that's going to give us a really, really good efficiency and get all the sugars off the grain. So now we are going to, or I'm going to light the burner once again, bring this up to a boil, and I've got some 60, 15 minute, and then flame out hop additions. So maybe we'll catch those as well. And I can't remember exactly what hops I'm adding, but we'll get to that in just a minute. There we go. Propane on. And that didn't quite work. Hold on a second. Yeah, let's let that clear out. Turn the gas on again, and that's more like it. You gotta get that jet engine sound going. Yeah. There we go. So it's gonna take a while to get 12 gallons to a boil, even at the elevated temperature, so it might be time to crack open a Boulder hazed and infused. I think it's about that time.